Welcome back to Tuam Stadium. It's the second of today's double headers, and this time attention focuses to Group B, and it is the eagerly anticipated clash of reigning champions Mountbellew Moylough versus Salthill Knocknacarra, who you may have heard are now managed this year by Galway legend John O'Mahony. So both sides coming into this game, 2 wins apiece. John O'Mahony has spoken after the Down game of this being the real test of his character, of his side, and we certainly have a better idea how they have come along. They've been one of the teams out of the traditional maybe big 3 that have been the most impressive to date so far in the course of this championship. We'll give you a look then at John O'Mahony's side, and they line out as follows. In goal is Rory Lavelle, a player that has certainly stood out over the course of the championship so far. Some of his kickouts have been top-notch so far. The full-back line then is number 5, David Connington, number 2, Owen McFadden, and number 4, William Finnerty. Half-back line, wearing 7, will be called Sweeney. Centre-back, wearing 13, will be Owen Deely, another player that's had a fine championship to date. And at wing-back, wearing number 14, will be Daniel O'Flaherty. Middle of the field then will be number 15, John Maher, and number 6, Mikey Cullan. Half-forward line, number 20, Sean O'Leiden, number 23, Evan Nolan, and number 28, Donald Hunt. Inside line, wearing number 9, will be Robert Finnerty, and we expect him to play with a number out the field more recognisable to his number on his back. He certainly played a lot deeper in the Down game. Number 10, Tom O'Connell, and number 12, Charlie Power. The Moylough Abbey team shows a couple of changes also, still without Michael Daly, who's still recovering from injury. They line out as follows: Valdaly's side, the county champions. In goal, number 1, Damien Boyle. Number 2, Mark Mannion, the side's vice-captain. Number 18, Gary Sweeney. And number 4, Colin Murray. Half-back line, wearing number 17, is Sean Milan. John Daly wearing 6, and James Foley wearing 7. Middle of the field will be number 12, Leo O'Donnell, alongside number 9, Matthew Barrett. Half-forward line, Colin Mannion wearing 10. Paul Donnan wearing 11. And number 5, Colin Ryan. And then the inside line is a goal machine, high-scoring full-forward line. Number 13, Patrick Kelly. Number 14, Owen Finnerty, the side's vice-captain also. And their sharpshooter, number 15, Barry McHugh. Kevin, just rhyming off those teams there, there's a lot of big names, there's a lot of attacking powers. This is a game certainly much to look forward to.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. 2 good managers on show here as well, and Val Daly and John O'Mahony. And it'll be down a lot to tactics in this particular game. The last day we saw an old Salthill Knocknacarra play, it was really down to the work that was done by Robert Finnerty. He orchestrated everything for them. John Daly was the man who was orchestrating everything for the Mountbellew Moylough side the last time we saw them play. Interested to see Gary Sweeney back in there, a full back. He's been a player that has had a lot of problems with injuries over the last couple of years, and hopefully he'll be okay and ready to play here. I think they're going to have some form of ceremony here, whether it's the national anthem or a minute silence, I'm not sure. But both teams lining up with looking at the flag, so I'd say it's the national anthem we're going to have.
Yeah, certainly. Referee for today is Austin O'Connell. And as Kevin rightly says, both sides lined up, hands in hand in unison. And I think we will have a few bars of the national anthem before we get underway. It's a game. Doesn't really need much building up. We had an epic encounter here beforehand. Clare Galway came out victorious over a hard-fought victory over Moylough Abbey last night. We had a great encounter. Pearse Stadium also, 2 good games. Looks like no routines. They had lined up as if they were going to be ready for a couple of ceremonies, but they've just decided we'll let the football do the talking.
Yeah, no national anthem, so we're going ahead with the game starting as it has been lined up. So it'll be interesting. Middle of the field, Leo Donnan and Matthew Barrett against John Maher and Mikey Culhan. That should be some battle out there in the middle of the field. And already Austin O'Connell is going to have a chat with 1 or 2.
Well, James Foley straight away is man marking Rob Finnerty. They'll know each other from the Galway camp. They've got to know each other before the game's even started. Mountbellew Moylough, I beg your pardon, up towards the town goal. Feeling Austin O'Connell will be as busy as anyone today here. Heavily contested so far, but we're ready to go. This is Group B, and both teams trying to hold on to their 100% record. Something's going to have to give. It's won by Foley straight away. Sean Moylough now coming forward. Hand passes it over the other side towards Mannion. Options in field. That's where they go. Lovely little skip pass up towards Finnerty. Finnerty now, it bounces away to him. Clydes, Salthill will be happy with that. They survive the first attack and they get forward themselves here. Evan Nolan now, under pressure from Don Daly. Some of the matchups here are fascinating. O'Leiden now into the middle of the pitch. Up towards, around the house they go. Holding on to possession. Still going back and forth. Happy to hold on to possession of the football. Down line in towards Tom O'Callaghan. Under pressure there, touch on the ground. Of course, no Billy Mannion today from Montbellew. You would imagine, aside from that, he would have been the player to mark Tom O'Callaghan. But either way, Montbellew coming charging forward. Good pressure put on there. Comes across towards Paul Donlan. He finds a pocket of space on the right-hand side. And on they go with Mark Mannion, the team's vice-captain. Hand passes it over towards Patrick Kelly. Kelly now has a wall of options. Goes to Donlan. Might get it back. No, Donlan hold on to the ball. Slowly edging his way forward. Back towards Kelly. Quickly back. They'll reset. James Foley is hugging the line over here if they want to go. But they've gone in around the house. It's a great catch. Barry McHugh has come through there, and he's got the free in from Austin O'Connell. He rose high, got clattered, will get up.
A super catch, absolutely went up into the sky. Super catch from him.
He's got up on his feet now. And just shy of 2 minutes. Opportunity to get the first score of the game from this free. Should be bread and butter to him. Indeed, over it goes. With the minimum of effort.
Well, when we talked about Glenn Kelly in the last game, and you know the quality of his free taking, we certainly know all about the quality of the free taking for Barry McHugh. He's done it for club and county, and he's on song here today. So Salthill Knocknacarra will have to be careful not to give away too many close in.
Up towards Carl Sweeney now, but pressure comes on straight away from Montbellew. Finnerty in with a hit. Salthill find a bit of room. McFadden to Nolan, back towards McFadden again. It's going to be fascinating, this tactical setup here from both sides. Going through the line, slowly making ground. Found room, and now it's opening up a bit. Finnerty's playing a little bit deeper. Goes back around the house again. The pressure's come in, the shot comes in. It's high. I think it's very wide in the end. Nothing doing with that shot. And it remains Mountbellew with the 1 point advantage. 3 minutes gone here in Tuam Stadium.
Yeah, Donny Hunt having the go there. No harm in having a shot early on, see what the target is like. Try and get your eye on the target and see if you can make a score work for you.
Damien Boyle went long there up towards the direction of Patrick Kelly. Either way, he's deemed a push in the back. The ball up towards Tom O'Callaghan. He's been their sharpshooter so far. O'Leiden is free on this side, but they go back to call Sweeney. A couple of fine points in the opening round against Barna. Takes a hop and a skip. It's opening up. He's going to go for it. Still dances past his marker. On he goes again. Pops a little pass out towards Tomo. He's bearing down in goal. He takes a shot. He's blocked. Who else but John Daly. Reads the game so well.
Oh, that was such clever defending. And, you know, it just sheltered the ball away with his boot.
You remember that one in the Connacht Club Championship
yes,
down
indeed,
in
yeah, and everybody was saying it was a foot block.
It was just remarkable. He came absolutely
it's his ability to read it,
yeah.
isn't it? He's, you know, he has that ability to read the football, read the game.
On they go again here. Sean Milan, not the greatest punch pass, but it makes his way back towards James Foley. Foley now will spray it over the far side, outside of the right. Just increases the point of the attack. And on they come marching here again. Sweeney now back towards Patrick Kelly. Feigns to shoot, but backs towards Finnerty. Gets it back. Punches it cleverly. Up towards McHugh. Back coming again. Colin Ryan. Goes through the houses. Hands around everywhere. Shot comes in now from Milan. No, dummies. Towards Donlan. He's following his shoulder. That's where it goes. Another player that has an eye for goal. So he'll do well. Force them back. Patrick Kelly playing a little bit deeper. I think it's going to come over towards us here, Kevin. There's runners in field. Mark Mannion. Colin Mannion even takes a shot. Is he going to make it? It is. It's a beautiful effort. So clever with the football.
Yeah, well, I have to say well done to Montbellew there, because the area that they were playing in was crowded. And what they did was they pulled the ball over to the right-hand side, pulled all the players over to the right-hand side, and then swept it back again. And Cullen Mannion ran into the space. He's not known for taking points. He's usually the man that passes the ball off to create the scores, but he really hit that one very well.
Nothing wrong with that at all. Mountbellew into a 2-point lead. 5 minutes gone here in Tuam Stadium. Salthill now looking for their first score. Slowly working up the wings. Mountbellew retrieved. But on they go running. This is good hard running right down the middle. John Daly's across putting pressure on. They've half stalled it. But O'Flaherty had done well. The shot comes in from Finnerty. Oh, it's a glorious effort. What a wonderful score. With the minimum of ease again. Just strokes it over with his left foot. Back to a 1-point ball game. And just they said they might have to keep an eye on him. We thought he might have played a little bit deeper. Seems to be closer towards goal initially to start off with, but a glorious strike.
Absolutely. Had very little room to pull the trigger, but used it so well, and he found the target straight away. And that was the difference between that shot and the earlier shot that was sent in wide. So give you an idea, he's the target man. He's the one they're going to have to mind and watch and make sure he doesn't get too much possession.
Mark Mannion put on a lot of pressure there. Salthill have overturned it. Nolan pick up the ball. They've done well there. David Connington picked it up as well. And now on they come over the far hand side. Starting to come forward themselves here. Wind starting to pick up a bit. Nolan again. O'Leiden is right in front of us. He's almost in the crowd. He's that far wide. But they go back towards Connington again. And it does come out to O'Leiden. Got that wonderful goal against Barna. First day out. He's out the right wing. And he just kept going and kept going. And smashed it into the corner. Could do with something again. But he's very dangerous from that right wing. He loves to cut in. Back towards Nolan again. Mountbellew pretty much retrieved. Just Barry McHugh left up top. Everyone else back in front of us. Forcing Salthill to try and unscrew it. They'll come back towards Connington again here. Imagine he come this way. They have options here called Sweeney's in front of him if they go that way, but no. Down through the eye of the gut again. John Maher now coming through. This is a good ball in towards Cullen again. He's going around. Backs around to O'Leiden. Quickly back towards Finnerty. Will he take the shot? No. Under pressure from Foley straight away. Taking his time. In it goes again. Nolan coming through, and Hunt now this time with the ball. Hunt on the left. It's a good effort. Level pegging. 2 quality scores in a row from Salthill Knocknacarra. They've tied things up here. 2 points apiece.
Yeah, as I said about Hunt, he missed the first one. He was probably looking to see could he get his eye on target. Well, he certainly got his eye on target there. He had a more direct line in front of the goal. Bit of pulling and dragging out there. Austin O'Connell is going to have to deal with. But the nothing between the sides is really a remarkable start to the game. It's so balanced.
Cracking game of football so far. Referee Austin O'Connell said nothing doing there. Just give both players a bit of a lecture, testing the fabrics out of each other's jerseys. Mark Mannion under a bit of pressure there. He does well. Gets it to John Daly. Come back towards Mannion again. Has options this side if he wants to go. But on they go again. Lee O'Donnell charging forward. Colin Ryan now. Quickly through the hands. Back towards Patrick Kelly. All very deep. Salthill's turn to retrieve. Patrick Kelly almost going backwards. On they go again. Gary Sweeney. Halfway line. Looking for options. John Daly's coming forward. Can he unscrew this mass defence? Solon with it. Under a good bit of pressure. Back towards Matthew Barrett. Colin Ryan is free in an acre room over this side. And that's where Barrett is going. He's got it lovely. Will he take the mark? He will. He's going to trust himself from shooting from here. Not necessarily most renowned for his shooting. But he has the advantage now here from this mark.
Yeah, there's a bit of an angle in it, isn't there? So it's not going to be that easy.
Got his Ryan up his sleeve. That looks good. It is good.
Well done.
3 points to 2, Mountbellew, Moylough. And he just found that pocket of space there, and we just copped it. And thankfully, from Mountbellew, Moylough perspective, Matthew Barrett found it again. It was a glorious crossfield pass.
Yeah, it was a great score from Colin Ryan. Won the mark, knew what he was doing. Great thinking to take the mark and then to be able to pop it over the bar. Great confidence in that.
Looked like Salthill were going to scramble away there. But John Daly comes back, reads the ball. Back up here now towards Colin Mannion. Got that fine score a little bit earlier on. Patrick Kelly, seen a lot of balls so far. He's driving forward. He might fancy it. He does fancy it. He strikes it. It's high. It's good. It's over the bar. Kevin, We have a ball game.
Ah, yeah, that's quality, isn't it? Absolute
Unbelievable
quality. And it's great to see a county man do that. We were talking off here about, the work of the county players and how well they've looked in this particular championship. And that's a county player, Patrick Kelly, only a couple of years, at the top level. And, to see that kind of quality is good for Galway.
You think back to that Leitrim game where he pretty much come on and got a sack full of goals. He's given Mountbellew Moylough a 4-2 lead here. 10.5 minutes gone. Call Sweeney now. Salthill reacted after going 2 points behind initially. Sweeney goes long. But again, I don't need to tell you who that was. Mr. Daly comes around, reads the flight of the ball and intercepts it. He gets it off towards Barrett straight away. Kelly again. Seems to be a lot more comfortable in this deeper position. Goes long down the line towards Barry McHugh. Can he get it? He's scrambling. Finnerty's going to pick up the break. And Donlan's free in the middle if he can get around. But Finnerty's going the hard way around. Soling his way through, surrounded by 4. He's still going. Gets it back outside towards McHugh. Has McHugh got it? Of course he gets it. I hope you're enjoying this one, folks, because we have quality score after quality score. 5-2 from Mountbellew Moylough with Salthill, with Lavelle not wasting any time, and on they come themselves. Nolan now charging forward. Infield towards Mar. Ask a lot of him. He has to scoop him behind. Ryan does well and picks up the ball. Pokes it forward towards Donlan. Donlan now, he's 2 men inside if he wants to go long. Happy to go short. Up towards Donlan again. And here he comes, Sean Milland. He's happy to go back towards Colin Ryan. Foley's in the middle, and that's where it's going. Starting to drive forward. His runner's on his shoulder. And still they go through. Back towards Barrett. Barrett now is going long outside of the left. This would be outrageous. It is outrageous. Kevin, how will these teams keep getting better scores after better scores? 6 points to 2 even.
Well, the last 3 scores have been absolute, the last 4 scores have been absolute quality. Colin Ryan from the mark, Patrick Kelly, Barry McHugh and Barrett there now. Really quality scores. And Salthill are in trouble, I can tell you now, early in this game already. Salthill are in trouble.
Yeah, because we always wondered what would they be like. The fact that they'd got over the line last year after heartbreak after heartbreak. Would they have the same energy? We know how the club championship campaign ended in extreme controversy. How would they react? And the answer is very, very well. From personal point of view, Kevin, the teams that I've seen so far, Mountbellew Moylough are the best so far. Of course, a lot of football to be played. The Kelly now is a little bit closer to home. Still catches it, spins around, sweeps the ball in now. Will this make its way to McHugh? It will. He ends up on the floor, but he gets it back. Finnerty has to reach. Is there a free in there? There is a free in there. This will probably suit Patrick Kelly from the left foot, unless McHugh fancied it, but just quality football.
Yeah, but the pass from Patrick Kelly to McHugh. He was under pressure, and McHugh was under pressure, and he still managed to get, something out of it. He laid it off to Finnerty. If Finnerty had picked it, it was the back of the net for that one. Didn't happen that way, but, in fairness to them, they're moving the ball so fast. The pace of the game is so much higher.
Kelly it is with the left foot. No mistake. Over the bar. You touched on it, Kevin. Mountbellew Moylough. They're putting daylight between the sides now. 7 points to 2. 13.5 minutes gone. There was a game here Friday evening. There was 8 points apiece after an hour's football. I think the tally is going to be considerably higher here this evening.
6 different scores so far for Mountbellew Moylough. That'll tell you the threat is all over the field.
They've gone short this time. They come through the line. That was out towards David Connington, who read it. Now Colin Sweeney. I feel like there's a player to try and get his team back into it. It will take something like his Galway start. He gets it back again. He's under pressure though, so he can't get forward as much as he would like. They can switch it in over here. Donald Flaherty through the hands nicely. Comes over here towards Connington. Getting forward. John Maher's over on his right hand side. Lydon again hugging the touchline. It's going to go in long towards Finnerty. Finnerty gets it. Is he pushed? Is he escaped? He is.
Yeah, a little bit of a trip there on Finnerty. And it was more of a tangle than anything else. It wasn't, an intentional trip, but the legs got caught up. So he has a chance here of a point. And really and truly, Salthill Knocknacarra needs something. Haven't scored since the 8th minute. We're now into the 15th. So it'll tell you, time is going away from them and they need something to stay close to Mountbellew Moylough.
Finnerty now taking his own free. It suits the left foot. Oh, it's a beautiful strike. A difficult kick to you and I, maybe, Kevin, but nothing any form of difficulty at all to Finnerty. Strokes it over the bar, 7 points to 3.
I love the way he just pulled on it. Where he caught it on the boot, he hooked it around and in over the bar. Superb free taking.
Boyle goes over the side towards Colin Ryan. Running down the left wing under pressure from Nolan. Sweeney's there, goes back towards John Daly. Punches it in. Oh, misread there from Mannion. And now Lydon picks up the loose ball. He's coming for himself. Is he fouled? He is. This one might be a little bit too far out for a shot, just outside the 45. John Maher scrambling for possession. Looks like he wants to go short. But they're leaving it with Sweeney. Sweeney goes short, inside. Players off the ball. It goes in through Nolan. Up towards Finnerty again. This time on the left. This one's going to go short though. And Damien Boyle in the goal is able to pick it up. Go for a little bit of run himself. Up towards John Daly. Quickly back to the goalkeeper. Back to Milan. Up towards Sweeney. On it goes to Paul Donlan. Up towards Mannion again. Mannion infield. To Leo Donlan, but he's going to have to stretch, and it's been well run back for Salthill Knocknacarra. A little bit too much on that pass. John Maher now picks it up again. On to call Sweeney. Salthill just increasing the tempo a little bit in the last couple of moments. Lydon is free this way, but they go long in towards Finnerty again. Foley is tracking him this time, but Finnerty has a good bit of room. Cutting back into the 14, scoops the ball in towards Sweeney again. Will he give the give and go? Sweeney punches it over off the upright. Unfortunate. It was a decent move. Salthill, they definitely know, Kevin, they need to come into the game a bit more. And to be fair, they have increased the tempo in the last couple of moments.
They have, yeah, and they need the scores too. That was unfortunate. Very good move. Great little pop over the top from Robert Finnerty to Sweeney. And he did the right thing. He fisted it, but unfortunately didn't hit the target.
Big scramble out the pitch. It's Finnerty coming back. He doesn't get it. John Maher will get it this time. Scoops the ball back quickly over there. Now there's a pocket of room for Nolan. He's running forward. Up towards Tom O'Callaghan. Again, they're getting a lot of ball, but Mountbellew are doing well to force them out to wide areas. Back to Lydon again. Nolan. Sweeney. Sweeney just spreads it over the far side. A little bit slow, a bit laboured, but on the go. Deany now. A little bit of a lull here in Tuam Stadium for the first time. Mountbellew leading by 7 points to 3. Salthill on the attack again with Nolan coming through now is Hunt. Hunt strikes with the left. Has it enough? It has enough. Great score. Back to a 3-point game. 7 points to 4. Shy of 18 minutes gone, but that's better from Salthill.
Yeah, second score for Hunt there. I mentioned him earlier on, and it was kind of a bit hard on him when he put the ball wide in the first Salthill Knocknacarra attack, but he's certainly made up for it since. They
go long up towards Kelly. Kelly can't get it, but Finnerty can. But now Kelly's on the shoulder, and that's where it's going. And there's open country in front of him, and this is dangerous. Kelly's met the 14. He comes through and goal. He strikes it. It's into the back of the net, despite the best efforts over there by William Finnerty. And you knew, Kevin, once Kelly come through with that amount of room, it was dangerous.
Yeah, Kelly had a chance to win the ball and he didn't, and it went through to Finnerty, and Finnerty knew straight away.
He didn't even look.
He knew straight away that Kelly was on the run. He played the ball into the space that Kelly was running into, and Kelly picked it up, ran 40 yards straight into the back of the net. Off Finnerty. Now, fair play to William Finnerty. He tried his best, and it just he couldn't stop it because it was an absolute blaster of a shot.
It was an old-fashioned drop kick there from Kelly. It leads Mountbellew 1-7-1-4, but straight away Salty on the attack of their own. Tomo strikes and Tomo goals! Instant response. And the onion bag rattles for the second time in a minute here in Tuam. 1-7-1-4 to Mountbellew Moylough.
A great response and badly needed for the Salthill Knocknacarra side, because it looked like the Kelly goal would be enough to sort of push them on and, make it very difficult. But 2 goals in a minute. Great stuff. Great game here. Bit of work being done here by Austin.
Yeah, James Foley and Robert Finnerty, they were getting to know each other before the ball had gone in. They're still getting to know each other. I think they'll get to know a yellow card apiece now. And that have indeed both been, the pair of Galway colleagues have both been booked. It's a lively game. That's short. Lydon's intercepted. Back towards Finnerty again. Finnerty now goes around. It comes back again. He gets it back the second occasion. Is he going to take a shot and goal? No. Happy to try and feed in. Tomo is coming through on goal again. And Tomo this time is happy with the point. 1-5, 1-7. 2 points in it.
Well, They're making me eat my words, because I thought with 14 minutes gone that Salthill were out of this game, and they've really come right back into it. Fair play to them.
7 points to 2. Mountbellew, Moylough led at one stage there. But John O'Mahony's side have definitely gone into it. Up they go again. Over the hands. And it's Sweeney that comes back and intercepted under pressure from Donlan. But Sweeney comes forward with the football. Finnerty's gone deeper this time. And now he sprays a glorious ball in towards Tom O'Callaghan. Tom O'Callaghan catches it. Takes the mark. Great. He was under pressure there from Colin Murray. But Tomo, he's half gassed. He's taking a breather before he takes this strike and goal. He's all the way over in the left wing. But you'd imagine a player of his quality can reduce this to a 1 point game. He comes forward and takes his mark. He strikes it. It's good. White flag up in the air. 21 minutes gone. Mountbellew, Moylough 1-7. Salthill, Knocknacarra 1-6. Enthralling game of football here in Group B.
That's 3 in a row for Tomo. He's got a point got the goal, a point from play and a point from a mark.
Another kick out, a lot of pressure going on. They've been horsed over the line. Damien Boyle is asking too much of his vice captain, Mark Mannion. And Finnerty's back on the football again. Almost teasing. Goes back towards Sweeney. Just slow down the tech. It looks like Finnerty might have got a little bit of a knock there as well. He seems to be dragging his left foot a bit. That would be concerning. John Maher back towards Colin Sweeney. It's open up in front of him if he wants to go for a run. Back towards Finnerty again. He's at walking pace. He scoops the ball back to the line. Tomo onto Sweeney. A lot of players black, but not a lot of pressure on him. And Sweeney is able to put the burners down. He's going through. Is he still going? He's on the floor and he's got the free. And we could be level pegging here. And you just have to admire the character of Salthill Knocknacarra. When they were 7 points to 2 down, I was like you, Kevin. I thought they were gone. But my God, have they come back into the game here?
They certainly have. And what they did was they brought Robert Finnerty back out the field a little bit, out into the half-forward line. And John Maher has been very dominant in the middle of the field, you know, and been helpful in this revival. But certainly Robert Finnerty coming out from the full forward line into the half-forward line, and he's been working really hard with connecting up with Tomo. And that's the strike force that's working for them. And they have a chance now of another score here.
Matthew Barrett, the latest to be shown a yellow card there as a result of that last foul on Sweeney. And here is Finnerty with the chance to level the game here. There's a bit of a lull. There's more treatment going on there from Mountbellew Moylough player. Gives all the players a well-deserved breather. A well-deserved dash of water as well. Perfect conditions in here in Tuam Stadium. The rain, thankfully, had a couple of spits earlier on in the day, but it's held off so far. And the football.
Oh, don't throw it on us.
There we go. In comes the cloud coming here now. Football and gods are surely enjoying this. They'll let us have this in peace. Here comes Finnerty. He strikes it left-footed. Over the bar. 1-7 apiece. 23 minutes gone here. We thought it'd be a classic, and so far it's turning out to be.
His third score, he's got 2 frees and 1 from play, and it just shows you how important he is to Salthill Knocknacarra, and it's level pegging.
Boyle now, after 2 gone astray, has gone right down the middle. Barrett almost catches it, but Salthill have picked up the loose ball. John Maher again picks it. He's everywhere at the moment. Sweeney, another player, seen a lot of the football. He's coming forward. Goes infield. Out towards our Leiden now. Wind starting to rustle up here. And on it goes again with Maher driving forward. Comes around the corner to Finnerty. He's found a pocket of space. He takes another solo. He's still going on goal. Will he take the shot? Of course he'll take the shot. And up it goes over the bar. And Salthill Knocknacarra remarkably are back in the lead here. 1-8 to 1-7.
Making me eat my words. There's no doubt about it, because I certainly said they were in trouble. Well, they were in trouble, but they've dug themselves out of it. And the 2 men that I mentioned to you were involved in that score there, and that was John Maher and Robert Finnerty.
And remarkably, Kevin, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think Mountbellew have scored since that Patrick Kelly goal.
That was in the 19th minute. That's the last time they scored.
On they come again to try and correct that statistic. Finnerty now driving forward up towards McHugh. Those two are so dangerous when they combine, but they're forced out the country. John Daly now looking to drive his side forward. Punch passes it out over here to Sean Milan. Cuts inside, takes a shot. No, dummy solo. Still going through the crowd. Gives the one through. It's Leo Donlan, but it's an awful attempt. Doesn't even make the back net. Bounces over into the sheds. I think out where my car is parked.
First wide for Mountbellew Moylough.
Lavelle now, looking for options. He usually loves a short kick out. 5 minutes to go till the break.
Enthralling first half, hasn't it? It's really been.
Absolutely flown by. Lavelle goes long this time. Up in the air it goes. Battle for possession there. Maher again gets the body in and wins it cleverly and goes long with the ball. Trying to get towards Tomo. Comes off his hands, but Finnerty gets it. Finnerty around the left-hand side. Off the shoulder it goes. Hunt strikes with the left. Has he got it? He has got it. White flag up in the air. Salthill, Knocknacarra, 2 points in front here. They've turned things around. They're on top. They've done a bit of damage on the scoreboard as well. And I'm looking down at Valdaly and his management here in front of us. They're looking not the best pleased in the world with how things have gone after a good start.
Maher again involved there in the middle of the field with Rob Finnerty. And Hunt, his third score, is certainly on target for them. He really is a fine marksman.
Comes towards Mark Mannion, trying to drive his side forward. A little bit of a skip and a hop, but on he goes with the football. Still going, under pressure there. Lydon sticking to him like glue, but back towards John Daly. He's surrounded by 3, so it's forced back towards Foley. Haven't seen him a lot from him from an attacking perspective so far in the game. They switch it over here. Colin Murray finds a pocket of space on the right-hand side, and that's where they drive forward with the football. On they go again. Milan still going. Back towards Gary Sweeney. Up it goes, but it bounces off there, and they're not able to get it. And Salthill have turned it over again. Good pressure, great turnover. Back it comes again from Barrett to Kelly. Kelly down the line to McHugh, surrounded by 3. Colin Ryan now is on his shoulder. He's going down through the goal. He's forced back. McHugh is on his shoulder. That's where it's going. He'll have to surely square it back in the middle. Back towards James Foley. It's very tight. John Daly, hand pass towards Finnerty. Into traffic. On he goes. Still going. Gets it off quickly. But it's intercepted. And look who's there. Tom O'Connell coming through. And now they come forward with Hunt. The score a couple of moments ago. Driving at the heart of the defence. Back towards Tom again. High ball in towards the corner to Finnerty. Will it hold? I don't think it will. Finnerty remarkably gets it. And on we go. Covered some amount of ground there to catch that football. Edging his way out towards the goal. Pops a pass back towards John Maher. He has room if he wants to go for a run. Comes across towards Nolan. Back towards Finnerty again. Finnerty with a low ball in the corner. Off quickly. There's a touch on the ground. It is. It gives Mountbellew Moylough a welcome break. Almost 28 minutes gone here. Some run and repairs required over here for a couple of players. Gives us all a breather.
Yeah, it's just we were talking early on about when we thought that after about 14, 15 minutes, it was 7 points to 2. We said that Salthill, Knocknacarra were in trouble, but they've shown great character to come back to lead by 1-9 to 1-7. And really now the test of character lies with Mountbellew Moylough. They haven't scored since Patrick Kelly goal in the 19th minute, and we're now on to the 29th minute. That's 10 minutes without a score, and that's extraordinary to hold Mountbellew Moylough without a score for 10 minutes.
2 minutes added here at the end of the first half, an enthralling first half of football here in Tuam Stadium. A minute and a half to go before we hit that 2-point trigger. On come Mountbellew Moylough trying to get a score. Barrett now goes in field. He's on his wrong side though. He scoops it around the corner here to Paul Donnell. And the shot comes in from Leo Donnell. It's very, very high. Has it got it? It hasn't. They needed that. Not what we come to witness from Bally's side over the last couple of years. They're usually such high quality, but they're definitely rattled here. Lavelle goes short to Finnerty. William, that is. Coming forward. Tomo's gone, turned to go deep. He'll hardly run it from there. No, he goes infield. Back towards William Finnerty again. Nice little dummy solo. Infield it goes now, Carl Sweeney. Going for another run, right down the middle. And then just pops it over the left wing. And on they go. Connington getting forward. Very tight, but happy just to hold it. I think they're happy with the advantage. Certainly would have taken this advantage when they had a considerable deficit even earlier in the half. Collan, it's a sloppy touch. It's been scooped up in the air. And it's Donlan coming forward. Maher surely fouls him. And he does. They're not happy. They're claiming a pullback. I didn't think it was myself. It's definitely a foul. Probably cynical enough nature, but no puck will be out.
Yeah, it'd probably be a card, I'd imagine.
John Daly wasn't wasting any time, but I don't think Austin O'Connell will be ready. He hadn't put the no puck away.
And he hasn't shown a card either, so it's only a tick.
Just a tick, yeah. Daly now. They need a piece of magic, you feel. Barrett goes long, down the gun to McHugh. Donlan's on his shoulder and almost gets in the way. Cynical of the way things are going. Kelly now with the left foot. I think he's dragged it. He has dragged it. This is remarkable stuff.
Yeah, 3 wides there in a row now from the last 3 attacks. You just seem to be, misfiring at the moment.
You just don't see this from Mountbellew Moylough. Normally they shoot the lights out at a huge tally when they went all the way and won Frank Fox last year. Things have gone a little bit wobbly here. A big test of their character. Down they go again. Punched up in the air. I think it's a push in the back given. And it'll be a free. A minute of action left here in the first half. Finnerty's gone deep. He's going to take this one. Goes behind with the football. Back towards Mark Mannion. In turn, back to Sean Milan. Puts it over to Foley on the right-hand side. Will he have a run forward? He's been tagged by Rob Finnerty. So forced back in field to Colin Murray. Murray over to Moyland. Still going forward. Still soloing. Up towards Finnerty, but Salthill have a lot of bodies forward. Space very much at a premium. Up towards Colin Ryan. Got a fine score earlier in the game from a similar spot from a mark. He's still driving forward into traffic, loses it, but it's picked up by McHugh. McHugh swings and gets a badly needed score. Could be a huge score. We're about to blow half time. Reduces the rears to a point. 1-9 to Salthill Knocknacarra. 1-8 to Mountbellew Moylough. It's our first score in a long, long time in game of football.
Yeah, and a bit fortunate, because they lost the ball on the ground. It was Colin Ryan that lost the ball, and it just fell, generously for McHugh, and he picked it up and he knew where the target was, turned and put it over the bar. I'm just wondering about the setup of Mountbellew Moylough in that second period of the first half. We say the second quarter. Last time when we were watching them here, Colin Ryan was doing a lot more work, but he's playing in the half-forward line and he's playing over on the right-hand touchline, and he's not coming in from that sideline. He's staying over there. Seems to be trying to keep the space open, but it doesn't seem to be working, because what has happened for them in the past, he was a man that was orchestrating a lot of the scores, working the ball around, making passes, creating little pockets of space, and I think they might have a look at that in the half-time. But they're only a point down, but I'll tell you something. It has some comeback from Salthill Knocknacarra, and particularly after the goal, they looked like they were in all sorts of trouble, and the goal from Tomo certainly, was a real inspiration one, and fired Salthill Knocknacarra right back into the game.
Yeah, incredible game of football. The game of football we were hoping would transpire, and it has very much so. But here at the break, we'll leave you with some halftime highlights. There's plenty of those to go around. But here at the break, it's Mountbellew Moylough in a little bit of trouble. They're being defeated at the moment by Salthill Knocknacarra by 1-9 to 1-8. We'll be back very, very shortly, and do stay with us for the second half. Welcome back to Tuam Stadium. It's been an eagerly anticipated game, and it's certainly lived up to it in the opening half. Salthill Knocknacarra are leading defending champions Moylough by 1-9 to 1-8 at the break here. Both teams coming out and ready to go in the second half, but it's been a game that probably started as we expected, with Moylough racing into a 7-2 lead. They got a goal in halfway through the first half. Patrick Kelly drived it through. Salthill, thanks to Tom McConaughey, responded instantly with a goal of their own, and since went on to turn things around and lead by a point here at the break. And a big talk, a team talk that won't have been done in a while for Val Daly.
Yeah, he'd have to do something to try and lift them, because they're in a game here. It's all to play for. There's only a point between them. It's all to play for, but certainly middle of the field, you'd have to say that John Maher has been the outstanding player out there, and he's been kind of controlling that area. And Robert Fidderty coming out into the half-forward line has been a big plus as well for Salthill Knocknacarra.
Salthill won a free straight away, a bit too aggressive for Matthew Barrett. And then for the afters, it's brought it even a bit closer. And Rory Lavelle is coming out for a trot. It's going to be left behind. And the goalkeeper, from about a 46 yards out, is going to swing a boot of this and try and extend his legs. So Billy Mannion is back into the side here. He replaces Gary Sweeney. There, the only change at the break. Now here comes Lavelle. Looks like it's tailed a bit off and out towards the right hand side and wide. Had the distance. Kevin, I know you don't like me talking about the water, but it's gone very dark over here. The clouds are coming in around us.
And there's still blue sky down here on our right hand side.
Ever the optimistic.
And that's the side the weather comes from.
Billy Mannion's quickly into play, gets the ball and pops it off the shoulder quickly. Sean Milan now coming forward. Drives a long bomb in towards the edge of the area. Hands go up. It breaks. Barry McHugh doesn't, but Salthill have cover back there. And it's cleverly done. Mikey Callan was one that's picked up the loose ball. Down the line now, straight away. Hunt, infield to Nolan, gives it back to Hunt. Driving forward. Still going, takes a lot of steps. A vantage hand is up. So, tug of the arm is what Austin O'Connell indicates.
Yeah, good work from Hunt there. He won the ball, and there wasn't a lot of options on for him, so he maintained possession of the ball and ran at them and forced the foul. And of course, now they have a great opportunity to put this over the bar.
So
Tom
O'Connell put the jinkers in the first half, so I'll say no comment, but it should be a score from here. Going through his routine. Just outside the 21. Going to strike this right-footed. And there it goes. over the bar. Salthill Knocknacarra extend their lead, 110 to 1-8. 2.5 minutes gone in the second half. And the perfect response from Valdely's side hasn't materialised just yet, but a lot of football to be played. On it goes now here, and Sean Moylough. Oh, he loses the ball. He might poke it away. He does. Up towards Donnellan. Donnellan infield now to Matthew Barrett. Back towards Donnellan again. Opening up on the shoulder quickly to Leo Donnellan. Now comes through. The two of them combine. Good block. And Lavelle stops the 45. Salthill's work rate isn't slowing down. Defending in absolute numbers. Now Allied now running down the right wing with Finnerty on his shoulder. The two of them combine. A couple of heavy hits goes in. And referee quickly is calling the medics on. A clash of heads there. The two bodies leaned in and tried to reach that football. It's Matthew Barrett, who I don't think it was any,
no, just a clash.
Just a stretch.
Just one of those things that happens, a physical game. Both of them went in to win the ball, and it ended up with the Salthill Knocknacarra player coming out a little bit worse out of it. Austin O'Connell spotted straight away that he was, had got a right bang and immediately, called a halt to proceedings and got people on, got the attention on. So, not the serious player is up on his knees, so it should be okay. Should be able to recover and move on.
Sean O'Leiden is the player that was on the receiving end of that. But thankfully, as we said, he seems to be back up on his knees. Always a good sign. But Salthill Knocknacarra, they'll be happy with their 2-point advantage now here.
Yeah, and I'm just thinking, I was looking there, that in the first half there, they had Robert Finnerty. He got 4 scores. Donny Hunt got 3. And Tomo got 1-2. Tomo getting the goal, point from play and a mark. And now has added 1 from a free. I don't know, is there any other combination you can get? A mark, a point from play and a point from a free and a goal. So certainly great work from him. Obviously this player needs a bit of attention, is it?
Yeah, O'Leiden is coming off. He's going to be temporarily replaced for starters anyways by number 26, Paddy Kitt. And we will restart play with Austin O'Connell throwing the ball in between John Maher and Matthew Barrett. And should get us back under action again here. Just waiting for O'Leiden to get out. Definitely a head injury, holding an ice pack to his head as he makes way.
Yeah, it's kind of like the water vibes, bang in the ear.
Always a sore one. So yeah, we're back underway again. Two big men fight for the ball. Kind of goes between them all. It's down on the floor again. Is it touched on the ground? No. He's giving it free to Salthill. We'll be back a little bit further from they want to take it. Robert Finnerty's gone deep this time. And he sprays it over this side towards David Connington. The player that loves to get forward. Up towards Donald Hand. Got 2 fine halves. First half scores. Blistering pace. Ends up on the floor, but Everest is happy. Patrick Kelly scoops over. Maybe touched it on the ground. No, he's actually won the benefit of the doubt from the referee there. I thought it'd gone the other way. But on they come now again. Sean Moylough coming forward. Tom O'Callaghan is putting pressure on him. Good pressure at that as well. Stalls the point of attack. Back towards Colin Mannion. And get off the shoulder quickly to Leo O'Donnell. Up towards Finnerty. A good bit from out from goal, but is driving forward. Still going. Finnerty on the right. Finnerty over the bar. Badly needed score. You see Valdely there giving it the 2 fists to the players. He wants more from them. Reduce the arrears to a 1-point game. 110 to 1-9. 6.5 minutes gone in the second half.
Yeah, Finnerty using his physical abilities there to win the ball from Colin Mannion and to keep going and carry it through. And I think that's what Valdely wants. He wants the Mountbellew Moylough lads to use their physicality a bit more.
Salthill have gone quickly with that one. Over towards William Finnerty. Now up towards Connington. Connington has Hunt down the line, but goes back towards William Finnerty. In field they go again. And on they go, Donald Faraday going for a run. Still going. He just opened up and he's still going. He's making serious ground. Good ball in down the line, up towards Robert Finnerty. He's going to Ross on the left, skip back. Surrounded by 2. John Daly puts pressure on him. Force him out to the corner, but it's a lovely little shift effort. And in it goes. And Nolan puts it across the goal. Where's it going to go? The shot comes in. It's gone over the bar in the end. Tom O'Cullan put it over in the end. But comes on through.
Charlie Power
in through the crowd. You thought that Moylough had done enough to hold them out. But a lovely little chip pass through a crowd of people. But they found room. They've extended their lead, 111 to 1-9. Billy Mannion now, half-time substitute, driving his side forward. On he goes, he chips the pass down towards Barry McHugh. Barry McHugh puts it back again towards Donlan. Donlan through and goal. Donlan strikes, puts it over the bar. I thought it had gone wide. I thought that was sure it was going to the right-hand side and wide. We don't have
the crowd here in the stand all thought it was gone wide.
Yeah,
it did. I thought it went inside the post.
Okay, we'll back to see Jerry Daly here in front of us, the linesman, is adamant that it went over the bar. Either way, the only thing that matters is the scoreboard up there from the referees one at that. 110 to 1-9. And they go again. Moylough.
110 to 111 now.
Even, yeah. So that one has been added. On they come again. Mark Mannion has that unique little Irish dance, almost skip and jig as he comes forward with the football. Up towards Donlan again. And he comes around, the long shot comes in. It's a good effort. It's a brilliant effort. Mark Mannion, I think it was, that struck that. We're level pegging, 111 apiece. 9 minutes into the second half. The questions were asked, they're starting to answer them. And off camera here, Val Daly is G'ing up his side. Full encouragement there, as you would expect. Salthill with Sweeney now driving forward themselves into traffic, but he does well to get it back towards Robert Finnerty. That's a lovely little chip pass down the line towards Charlie Power. Off quickly, and John Maher now is opening up. Takes a shot. No, he doesn't. He still keeps going, burying his way through. Good tackling there from Matthew Barrett. Out of the expense for a 45. But brilliant defensive work there from Barrett, because I thought he was coming through and goal there.
Great pace though, isn't there?
Unbelievable.
I mean, the ball is moving so quickly from, the full back line right through the middle of the field. Great pace. Lavelle coming up to have a go at this one. He had a go earlier on from one a little bit further out. Had the distance, didn't have the accuracy. He'll be hoping to get it on target on this occasion. But, there's nothing between the sides. 111 apiece. 3 points to 2 in favour of Moylough in this second half. And you'd have to say, it really is a fantastic game of football to watch. Huge crowd here in Tuam Stadium enjoying every single bit of it.
Lavelle up again for the second time from the 45. We'll have to re-spot it. He missed one a couple of moments early in the half. The change, it looks like, getting ready to be made by Salthill Knocknacarra. But we will have Lavelle from the 45. Strikes it with the right. Is he going to come over? It is. Beautiful strike. He went more inside the foot than outside of the foot the last time. Better combination. He's put his side back in the lead. 112 to 111. 11 minutes gone here in the second half. Brian Conlon has been introduced here for Salthill Knocknacarra. I guess Charlie Power is going to make way with that fine score a couple of moments ago. The first thing you'll have to do is defend this kick out. Jamie Boyle taking his time and then drives it out the middle.
Huge kick.
Monster of a kick up through the crowd. Will it break? It does break. Now Patrick Kelly is coming storming down again. Off the shoulder he goes towards Barrett. Barrett down the line. It's tight. Into traffic. Donlan is smashed. It'll be a free in. A chance to quickly equalise. It'll be in course with the nature of the game, the way things are going.
Yeah, I mentioned there in the first half there, at the end of the first half, how I felt they need to get Colm Ryan more into the game there. He was the player that was on hand for Moylough to take that ball that broke in the middle of the field and transferred it so quickly to Patrick Kelly that set up the challenge that led to the free.
So Barry McHugh makes no mistake over the bar with that free. 112 apiece. Sean O'Leiden has been reintroduced back into the game. Thankfully, he seems to be running around there. Always a bit of concern when you get that type of injury, but he seems to be okay, full of life again. Now Lavelle will restart. The sides level pegging. Up he goes. But that's brilliant work there by Patrick Kelly. Strong in the air, up towards Finnerty. Down the line towards McHugh. William Finnerty's on his back. Is it a little bit too much? No. Osler Collins says play on. Finnerty now putting pressure on William Finnerty. Oh, lovely little skip solo. Pressure coming in again. O'Flaherty does well. Back towards William Finnerty. Back towards O'Flaherty again. William Finnerty now coming forward. Back towards O'Flaherty again. They're going through the eye of the gun. But a big booming hand pass. But Barrett come back, intercepted. He needs to get in the middle now, and that he does. Milan up towards John Daly. John Daly now striding forward. Lofts the ball in towards Barry McHugh. Left hand out, catches it. Barry McHugh on the right, strikes. Barry McHugh up over the bar. Wonderful score, wonderful response from the reigning champions. They're back in the lead, 113 to 112. Kevin, this game is absolutely outrageous.
It's such a joy to be here to watch it. Super football from all sides. One of the things I'd say that Mountbellew Moylough have done, and I'm sure you've noticed it yourself, they brought Patrick Kelly out to the middle of the field. The big man has made a huge difference. He's nullified the impact of John Maher, who was dominating in the first half, and Patrick Kelly was out there to win that particular kick out, and that resulted in the score that came for Mountbellew Moylough.
On they go again. It's Conlon firstly introduced up towards Tom O'Conlan. He comes around the corner. Still going. Under pressure. Still going. Still burning his way through. Skips the ball past. Just can't make it back. But I think they've resurrected. Finnerty slides in. Play on. On we go. Barrett picks it up again. Tomo rins it back. Frantic nature to the game here. O'Lyden. Back it comes. Called Sweeney. Oh, it's a strange little skip and go, but on he goes. I think he's fouled the ball.
He fouled it, yeah. He threw the ball up and gathered it himself again. So Austin O'Connell right there watching it. And Mountbellew get away with one there because they won the ball back through Matthew Barrett, but he didn't hold possession or retain possession. Now they have a chance of a quick counter.
Right now driving his way through. There's a good bit of room in front of him. Bottled up. Just about makes his way back towards Finnerty, and on he goes. Hand passes through the lines. Back towards Barry McHugh. Barry McHugh half blocked. But up over the bar it goes. All of a sudden, Mountbellew Moylough lead by 2.
3 in a row for Barry McHugh. 2 from play, 1 from a free. And really, he just come right into the game.
Lavelle now.
114 now to 112. It really is... has turned around. You know, when you think at half-time, it was 1-9 to 1-8 in favour of Salthill Knocknacarra.
Lavelle now, well, this time it's his side. They need to try and swing the momentum back in their favour. Goes short to Nolan. Cleverly done. Nolan now striding forward with the football. There's O'Flaherty on his shoulder, but he decides to keep it. Now he gives it to O'Flaherty. Driving forward. On he goes. Back towards Tom O'Connan. Infield it goes towards Hunt. He's back on the left foot, but he's driving down towards goal. He's still going. He loses the ball and out for a wide. Wonderful, wonderful. Just pure manpower there.
3 great defenders around him there from Mountbellew Moylough. They just shielded him, keeping him away from getting a shot on the goal, and he overplayed the ball off his boot out for a wide.
Still remains Mountbellew Moylough back in the front now in this topsy-turvy, wonderful game of football here in Tuam Stadium. They're leading by 114 to 112 with 16 and a half minutes gone in the second half. Mountbellew Moylough on the attack again. They were asked considerable questions, and so far they found the answers. Not with a pass like that, though. Giving the ball away, O'Flaherty gets it going again, and Col Sweeney driving forward, but he's hitting traffic. He's still going. Wonderful, direct, hard running. He'll need to get rid of it. His great tackle comes in. Finnerty scraps to the loose ball, and Foley's come through. Put his body in where that really, really hurts, and got hurt, but gets the ball back for his team.
Yeah, once again, you'd have to admire the defending by Mountbellew Moylough, because the player was cutting through there. The tendency would be to pull him back, put a hand on him, touch him in some way or other. But what they did was they just squeezed the space between them. The 2 defenders just squeezed him into a space, and he hadn't enough room to play the ball, lost the ball, and they've overturned it.
John Daly played a 1-2 there with his goalkeeper Damien Boyle. Now it's his turn to go forward with the ball. Steady though. Back to Colin Murray. Murray under pressure now from Nolan. He's going to have to get out of there lively, so it goes back to his goalkeeper. Again, the pressure comes on with John Daly. Always an option. Changes the point of attack. Now Murray now has found room out towards James Foley. Probably a handful of times now, but he's getting forward and he's opening up. He's met halfway. He's still going. Gets the ball infield. Donlan is central. That's where it goes. Paul Donlan coming forward. Punches the ball down the line towards Finnerty. Again, surrounded by 3 or 4. He's fouled. The advantage hand goes up. I don't think he needed though, because he swings the left boot on it. And he swings it over the bar. And it's daylight for the first time in a while between the sides. Mountbellew Moylough 115. Salthill Knocknacarra 112. Salthill need a reaction. They've done it before. They're going to need to do it again here.
They certainly are, and I noticed, that they've put Rob Finnerty in around the full forward position, and it didn't work for them in the first half. They had to bring him out, and I'm going to think they're going to have to bring him out again to try and create a bit more impetus for themselves.
Glorious ball there from Mikey Cullen into the corner to the substitute Conlon. Conlon's effort, though, is poor, and John Daly just reads it, picks it up, and drives his side forward. They've turned the screw. They're pretty much controlling things for the last couple of moments here. Paul Donlan now, long ball down the corner to Finnerty. It's going to be tight, but he keeps it. He's surrounded by 4, gets around them lot, goes back in field again, still going with the football. Goes back again. Will he strike it? No, holds on to it. Back towards Paul Donlan. Gives Leo behind him if he wants it. Still deciding to hold on to it. He does go back towards Leo Donlan. Leo Donlan now in field to John Daly, pulling the strings. Punches it back towards Donlan again. He's making yards here. And he goes, a hit goes in. Oh, they keep on going. On Patrick Kelly's on the shoulder. Patrick Kelly does a 1-2 in the tightest of angles. Donlan coming through the crowd again. He spins, he turn back towards Kelly. Kelly's through and goal. Kelly goes outside of the left and just drags it wide. A wonderful, wonderful team move. It just serves so much more. But he flicked it with the outside of the left. And just the angles bat him in the end.
Goalie beaten. Everything, he had done it right, except it wasn't on the target. Just squeezed out to the left-hand side of the post. But what great hands they had between them in a very tight area, working it really well. Mountbellew Moylough could have been out of sight with that one.
Still remains 112 to 115. Now John Maher comes flying forward. He's gone quieter in the last couple of moments. They need more out of him. Sweeney now chips the ball in towards Finnerty. He's closer to home. He still catches the ball. Finnerty round back on the left. Chips a little pass inside towards Sweeney. Sweeney with the right. Off the upright. And just squeezes over. A badly needed score. It could have been a goal at one end. Instead, Salthill have reacted. They got a point of their own. 115, 113. 20 and a half minutes gone in the second half. A substitute taking place here now. Patrick Kate, who had been on a couple of moments earlier in the half as a concussion sub. And that sub is a full-time permanent change now. O'Leiden clearly suffering the effects of that bang that he got earlier in the half. And the duo have swapped positions again. But Salthill need to squeeze this kick out now from Boyle.
They sure do. And Carl Sweeney did well there because they haven't scored for 9 minutes. And they needed that score badly.
Colin Ryan won the ball, and this is dangerous. And it goes in around the house. It's down on the floor. Can they keep on going? Back towards McHugh. McHugh off the right. McHugh over the bar. In the blink of an eye, they put the little bit of daylight again between the sides. Just a class score.
Great work between Ryan and Paul Donlan there. And McHugh came on the shoulder to put it over the bar. Great work from him.
Mountbellew Moylough back into a 3-point lead. 116, 113. Salthill on the attack again. John Maher inside to Robert Finnerty on the 45. On the left foot, James Foley is tagging him. Finnerty still going. Making ground. He's made the 21. Back on the left. Swings the left foot on it. Has he got it? He hasn't.
That's their third wide in the second half. You can't afford to be, missing opportunities like that. They needed that one. They're 3 points behind, and we're into the last 10 minutes of the game, 9 minutes of the game. Pressure now on Salthill Knocknacarra, and you'll notice now what Mountbellew Moylough will do. Will slow the game down, slow the pace of the game down, try and hold on to possession a bit more and spread it around.
Good work by Ryan, but a Flaherty's able to catch the ball, and then he's pulled down by Colin Ryan.
Could be in trouble here.
He pulled him down. And it's definitely a card's going to be issued. What colour it's going to be? He's trying to indicate that he was pulled down. Didn't seem like that from here. I think this could be black card, Kevin. Let's see what Austin O'Connell decides. He's the only one that matters. It is a black card. So he's going to Won't see any action now for the remainder of the game. There's only 8 minutes to go. It would take a considerable amount of injury time for him to come back on. So Salthill have been given a mini bit of a lifeline. But can they make advantage? They trail by 3. 7.5 to go. And on they come again. David Connington sprays it over on the right-hand side. Mountbellew Moylough now. Everyone back behind the ball. They're going to try and close this game out. John Maher now. Going down the right-hand side. Trying to give the 1-2. Finnerty's deep. It goes back through Kate. Back towards Finnerty again. They recognise that style straight away. Infield towards Owen McFadden. Back towards Finnerty again. Back towards McFadden. McFadden now chips and lofts the ball up towards Tom O'Connor. It's high. Was a wonderful catch by Matthew Barrett. He'd come back. He followed the path of the ball. And it's quickly now with Colin Murray. Half intercepted, but it makes his way through towards Colin Ryan. Edging his way forward. He doesn't have any options in front of him, so he has to go and put the head down. He's driving forward. Hunt gets a hit on him and forces him out over the line. The Salthill faithful, they like that.
Yeah, shoulder to shoulder, right one. You love to see that in Gaelic games. But what he needed was a little bit of support, but it wasn't coming for him. And that's because they were down a man. So they're under a bit of pressure, but they still lead by 3 points.
Michael Callan now plays it over on the right-hand side and then run forward himself. John Maher now. He's surrounded by a wall, but he gets a good hand pass up towards Hunt. It comes back towards Nolan. Again, Matthew Barrett picks up the loose ball. And he's able to pop one over this side. Dolan now, it's hard running is the effort. The nature of the beast at the moment, and he's doing plenty of that. He's driving forward. He doesn't have any options. Meets William Hegarty. Gets the ball back towards Finnerty. Finnerty now coming around the corner. Strikes with the right. Has he got it? Of course he gets it. It's a big score, that one, Kevin. It's a 2-point game all of a sudden. 117 to 113.
Well, he had a quiet first half enough, but he's shown an awful lot more in the second half, Owen Finnerty, and he's gotten 3 really very, very important scores for them. The 7th, 18th, and now in the 24th minute. And that has stretched the lead to 4 points, and it puts a little bit more pressure on Salthill Knocknacarra.
Owen McFadden now pops it off the shoulder quickly. Kate now drives a long ball. There's a bit too much on that. Finnerty will never keep that one on play. And it's out technically. Wasn't a shot and goal, but it's another wide. And it'll just allow the reigning champions, Damien Boyle, will be under no rush whatsoever to take his kick out. Clock is starting to wind down a bit. 5 minutes to go, plus a couple of minutes of additional time anyways. We did have lengthy injury there for O'Leiden. Needed treatment. I'd imagine 2 or 3 yet, so plenty of football left. Boyle goes long, another boom and kick. And Colin Ryan picks it up and is running forward and he has options. Patrick Kelly all of a sudden is bearing down in goal. Kelly comes through, he just punches it over the bar. Happy enough to take his point.
Yeah, certainly had a goal on there if he wanted to have a go for it. But did the clever thing. They're 4 points up, now they're 5 points up, and it's added further pressure on Salthill Knocknacarra.
Yeah, Mountbellew Moylough 118, Salthill Knocknacarra 113. Salthill needs something, and something fast, you feel. O'Flaherty now. Infield towards Maher. Again, everyone back behind the house. Mikey Callan now spreads it over the right-hand side. Sweeney quickly down the line. Infield towards Finnerty. He's a good bit out. It's not in shooting range. Cuts back in field, slips, manages to pop the ball off to Mikey Callan. Passes it through the hands. Holding possession, but it's a bit slow. Half found room now with Owen Dealey. Dealey now coming forward. Punches the ball back towards O'Flaherty. He's going down by the in-line. He's still going. He's found room. Has to go back with it. Nolan now. Back and turn to Tom O'Connor. Tom O'Connor gives a punch pass in field. Its body's going everywhere. They've met it central. John Maher now just loses it for a second. And forced it right over on the right hand side. Mikey Callan now strikes it with the right. And puts it out to the left hand side and wide. It's another big miss.
That's the 4th wide of this second half. And that's a telling factor. And since Colin Mannion got the black card in the, the 24th minute, I think it was, 22nd minute actually, it is Mountbellew Moylough have added 2 scores, and Salthill Knocknacarra have failed to raise a flag. And I think that's a very, very telling feature.
They've added 2 more fresh pairs of legs. Gavin Duffy, former rugby star, of course, and Evan Murphy have been introduced. William Finnerty and Evan Nolan, the players to make way. Salthill on the attack here straight away. We'll call Sweeney. This one looks better. It is better. White flag raises. The badly needed score. Goes back to a 4-point game. Just over 2 minutes of normal time remaining. A little bit of lull.
Good score from Kyle Sweeney. That's his second. There's going to be 3 additional minutes to be added to this one.
So about 5 minutes of football in total left here in Tuam Stadium. 4-point advantage for the reigning champions, Mountbellew Moylough. Long again from Boyle up to the crowd.
Well
It's a wonderful catch from Finnerty. Up through the crowd of bodies, up into the air, catches the ball. Plays it quickly towards Donlan. Keep the ball. Of course, they are playing all this time with a man less. After that black card to Colin Mannion. Finnerty now, in no interest of the world in giving the ball away, just holding it, going backwards, back towards James Foley. Salthill in to put pressure on. Foley's going back towards his own goal. Up towards Mark Mannion. Again, this is like the training ground drills. And
this is what I was saying to you earlier on, Jonathan. You might expect this from Mountbellew Moylough, that when they get the possession, even though they're down to 14 men, that they'll play the ball around a bit amongst themselves and try and kill a bit of time off the clock.
No more so than James Foley with that free back to his goalkeeper. It's in the hands of John Daly. It's a heavy hit comes in then. There's nobody in the goal. They've held on to it a bit too much. What's he going to give? The free, I think. Sean Milan is going to need some run repairs after that one.
I think he just went over a bit on his ankle during the tackle there, so he's under a bit of pressure with that. Gum shield required there for the Brian Conlon for Salthill Knocknacarra. Austin's calling him out on that one. John Daly is probably talking to Austin and saying how much more is left of this game. You know, how much more can we take? But you have to hand it to both sides, but in particular to Mountbellew Moylough. They started and dominated the game, 7 points to 2 up after 14 minutes. And then, Salthill came right back and hit them with the goal with Tommy Conhan. And then they had about, 4 5 scores in a row. And it looked like it was going away from Mountbellew Moylough, but Barry McHugh got the point before half time just to leave a point between the sides. And then in the second half, they have been more dominant. And in particular, Owen Finnerty has been outstanding. Barry McHugh got, 3 in a row and added another one later on. And I have to say that the work that Colin Ryan has been doing for them has been outstanding, the number 5. He has been the link between the defence and the attack right throughout the afternoon. He's really worked really, really hard for Mountbellew Moylough.
Another fresh pair of legs there from Salthill Knocknacarra. Number 11, Matthew Thompson even, has replaced number 6, Mikey Cullan.
And coming off then for the Mountbellew Moylough side is Sean Myland. He was the one that got injured in that particular tackle.
Mountbellew Moylough holding possession. We've gone a minute into injury time. And Mountbellew Moylough, you'd imagine, will be happy to hold possession of the ball. John Daly. For normal people, that'd be dangerous, but he just scooped around, and now he's driving forward. It's opening him in front of him. He's still driving forward. He's covered about 40 yards so far. On he goes. Passes the 45. Pops the pass off. It makes his way towards Colin Ryan. I'm not sure if that's where it was intended, but Colin Ryan picks it up. Salthill have got it back. And they need to get forward here. On they go. Thompson straight into the game. Drives a long one. It's up towards... Oh, the goalkeeper comes out and makes a mess of it. Where's it going to break? It's picked up. It's scrappy over there. On comes Murphy. Slides in.
No good. Sliding tackles not allowed on this pitch.
No.
Murphy might get away with that on another surface, another pitch.
Not here in the Hollow. Not here in the Hollow Tuam Stadium.
We don't call for that at all at Tuam Stadium. So free out there. Goalie was brave there actually, Damien Boyle, as the ball came in and Finnerty was calling for it, and if it hit the target, it was going to be in the back of the net. And Damien Boyle saw the danger and came rushing out of the goal. He was away from the ball, but he dived in to make sure that he got a touch on it, and it was very, very brave from him, and it interrupted the passage of play. The ball spilled out to the right-hand side, and now Mountbellew Moylough can relax a little bit more, because I'd say they're very, very close to victory here, and you have to hand it to them. A great second half from them after a powerful effort from Salthill Knocknacarra to get back into the game. And Colin Mannion is back on the field of play now. He has served his 10 minutes. He went off after 22 minutes, and we're now into 32 minutes. So they're back up to full complement again, and that'll be, a bit of a relief for them, and maybe make it a little bit easier for them as they try and see it out now against a very gallant Salthill Knocknacarra.
Yeah, back to the full complement. You'd probably say, on reflection, Salthill Knocknacarra didn't make as much of an advantage as they would have liked with the extra man. Played the 3 minutes. It's just at the discretion now of Austin O'Connell how much more he wants to play on. Mountbellew Moylough leading by 4. 118 to 114. Infinity driving forward for the umpteenth time. Hand passes it towards Barrett. He has to come back and get it the second time. The quickest of hands from Patrick Kelly. Too quick, deems Austin O'Connell. It's like hot potatoes around there.
Yeah, I'd wonder about that one. He didn't catch the ball, so I just flicked it on. And I just wonder, was it a throw?
Salthill now looking to come.
But Austin has the whistle.
Duffy now in field. They need to get forward quickly, you feel. Sweeney now. Surrounded by 3, still going. Fouled, advantage hand goes on. Still he goes. It's a good run. Pocket of space here coming through. Thompson again, the substitute, tries to swing a shot at goal. It's scrambled up. Mass defence. James Foley picks it up through the crowd. And Mannion is back. He's well rested after that 10 minutes. Valdaly urging them forward. Mannion holding the football. Conlon puts pressure on. Half stops it. A little bit too much. Push in the back there. We're into 4.5 minutes of additional time. Only supposed to have 3. So all eyes on Austin O'Connell. When's he going to blow it? Here a couple of shouts, time's up from the crowd there as well. Reminding Austin just in case he's lost track. We're very much here at closing out. Daly now. Outside of the left, it's a glorious pass. Up towards Barry McHugh, outrageous effort. And McHugh's isn't much but worse either as he goes in through the crowd, and an absolute monster of a catch from Finnerty.
That's been the difference in the second half. Owen Finnerty has been outstanding for Mountbellew Moylough. Wasn't in the game as much in the first half, came into the game in the second half, started with their first score, and since then he's been a powerhouse for them.
Finnerty now from the advanced mark. It would round off a perfect move and a perfect come from behind performance from the defending champions. And on this basis, they're going to be very hard stopped. They lead by 5, 119 to 115, and still on we go. We're into 5.5 minutes. Kate now coming forward. Up towards Murphy. Horrid pressure over there. They've managed to get the ball back. And there goes the full-time whistle. Mountbellew Moylough. They were asked questions. It was an almighty effort from Salthill Knocknacarra, who at times in the first half looked dead and buried themselves. They trailed by 7 points to 2 at one stage. They come back into it, suffered a goal, went down, scored a goal of their own in the first half. Quick response to that. Led at the break by a single point. But Mountbellew Moylough, all the class in the world, they're big, big names, stood strong and answered a lot of questions. They've come out and won by 5, and it's a game that's going to serve them a lot of benefit over the course of the year, you feel?
Absolutely, because they were really put to the test, and fair play to Salthill Knocknacarra. They really did, and it's lovely to see them out here shaking hands, both teams. You know, the way, the sporting nature of the game was absolutely a joy to watch. Salthill Knocknacarra put it up to Mountbellew Moylough. Mountbellew Moylough looked like they were going to go away and run away with it, but Salthill Knocknacarra, came right back into it. And then in the second half, the couple of changes that were made, Patrick Kelly brought out to the middle of the field, made a big difference for Mountbellew Moylough. Owen Finnerty got more and more into the game. He played a big part in the revival for them after they went in a point down at half time. And Rob Finnerty was moved into the full forward line, and it just didn't work for Salthill Knocknacarra. Maybe you said earlier on he was looked like he was limping a little bit. Maybe he had a bit of an injury, you don't know. But whatever the reason was, it just didn't work for Salthill Knocknacarra. And they needed him out the middle of the field. They needed him orchestrating what was going on. It handed the initiative back to Mountbellew, Moylough. Val Daly had them running and charging at the Salthill Knocknacarra defence, and they did that. Barry McHugh got 3 points in a row from the 13th to the 16th minute. Had another one in the 22nd minute. Finnerty had 3 scores and then put over that mark near the finish. And Patrick Kelly was outstanding for them. He got a score, might have got a great goal that they worked, in between one another. Of quick hands amongst the Salthill Knocknacarra side. But overall, you'd have to say the better team won the match on the day, but there wasn't a lot between them.
Witnessed some fabulous scores. It was a glorious game of football, but I think that last score from that Finnerty mark, it started off with a John Daly free, outrageous pass outside the left, up towards Barrett, who had a fine game as well.
Yeah.
Eye of the gun pass, then towards Finnerty, caught it over a crowd and then nailed it over. That's the class that they have.
Yeah, and even when they were down to 14 men, they were the ones that were putting the ball over the bar when, Salthill Knocknacarra had the extra man and, might have used it to a better advantage. They weren't able to do that. The Mountbellew lads, showed true grit. They set up, a very solid defence, and they counter-attacked very, very quickly. And they found their mark inside each time. Finnerty was the target for most of it. Barry McHugh on other occasions. And like when you look at it, Paul Donnan, Mark Mannion and Patrick Kelly were the other scorers in that second half, where the Mountbellew and Moylough lads added 11 points in a second half, and that was the difference, that 11 points to the 1-9 to 1-15, which of course is 6 points. But that was the big difference between them. Mountbellew and Moylough just dominated. The second half showed the character, and they showed why they're champions.
Absolutely. It was a glorious game of football. Thank you very much, Kevin. It's been a pleasure to be in here. We witnessed 2 wonderful games of football. Thoroughly enjoyable way to spend a Sunday afternoon. We hope you enjoyed it wherever you're watching. We will leave you with some full-time highlights, and there's plenty of those. But for here, we'll take a week off for the hurling. We'll be back in 2 weeks' time as this championship gets hot and heavy. But from here, it's Mountbellew Moylough have defeated Salthill Knocknacarra by 119 to 114. A fantastic victory for Val Daly's side. We'll talk to you all soon. Slán agus Spanacht.